Welcome to the Matt Drives YouTube channel. I'm Matt, and currently I drive for Domino's. This is my part-time job. I work full-time as a graphic designer, and I do this anywhere from like 7 to 20 hours a week. That's about to pick up a little bit because my wife left her job, and I'm going to supplement my full-time income with more hours here at Domino's. And I am about to pull into our store, and I am seeing here that there are no other drivers, which is excellent. It's only 5:07 and I already have my first order. I was in the store for just a few minutes, and one customer came in and placed an order. I took her order, and she gave me a $3 tip. So that's a great way to begin the shift, is just right out of the gate, we already have a tip. And I am already routed to an order. So I'm on the way to delivery number 1. It's only a 3-minute drive. It's actually in my neighborhood that I live in, which is really close. First delivery, right out of the gate. It was contactless. All I did was knock on the door, and then I called the customer to let them know their pizza was there on their doorstep. $7.91 for a tip. That is a wonderful way to begin our shift. It was a 3-minute drive, and it was the very first delivery of the night. This could be promising. This could be a blessed night. And so yeah, I'm headed back to the store now, and we'll see. It's just me and one other driver. I don't think anybody else is coming in. So man, this could be great. See you in a bit. It's 5:26. I was only in the store for a few minutes, and there was another order that came in. Again, it's just me and now 2 other delivery drivers. This one is a 12-minute drive, so it's a little bit of a drive, and I'm hoping that the customer knows that and that they're willing to compensate the driver for the time devoted to their order. And this is a $40 order. So it is a prepaid order. You can look at the receipt before you go to deliver if they prepay the order, and you can see what they tip you. But I don't like to do that. I like the suspense of delivering and then seeing the payoff at the end, because when you go to close out the order after you've delivered, it will show you your tips on your phone screen. And that's what I like. I don't like spoiling the fun for myself. I like for the fun to come after the work is done, the way it should be. Not bad. $6 in cash. That was a prepaid order, but then he paid in cash. So that's another reason I don't like to look at the receipt before I leave the store, is because sometimes it'll show $0 on a prepaid order, but then they'll give you cash in person. So you don't want to get discouraged by the numbers before you even deliver, because maybe they'll tip you in cash. So this is great. $6. That was about a 12-minute drive to him and back. Well, I'm on a long stretch of road now, and I thought it would be a good time to tell you a little bit more about me and about the location that I work at in Texas. At my location, and I think all of the Dallas area locations, which are owned by one kind of umbrella company, drivers get paid $4.50 per hour when they are on the road, and we get $7.50 when we are in store not delivering. So that is one stream of income that drivers get. Another stream of income is that we are reimbursed for the miles that we drive. So you always want to keep track of your miles, which just reminded me to reset my odometer here, my mile tracker. And at the end of the night, you turn in your miles, and they reimburse you 40 cents per mile that you've driven. I drive a Honda Civic, and I get really good gas mileage. I think I get something like 30 miles to the gallon in most situations. And so yeah, that can add up pretty quick. Usually I get between I would say like $12 and $20 per night, you know, depending on the amount of miles that I've driven. So that's two streams of income, hourly and then the mileage reimbursement. And the third and most prominent stream of income is, of course, tips. And we accept either card or cash at our store. So customers can tip either way. So 3 streams of income, which is really neat. That means, you know, on a bad night, you still have, you know, other streams of income besides tips coming in. You know, I've never had a night where I just had 0 orders, but that's feasible, and I would still get hourly wage. I would get in-store hourly wage. I am almost back to the store. What we always want to see when we pull in here is just no drivers in the store at all. We just want to see an empty landing strip right next to the store, and it is not quite that sight. No, all the drivers are here. So we're going to be in the store for a while, but that's okay. We're only an hour into the shift. We're already doing good. Hopefully we get cooking again soon. Check back in with you later. Just got, I think, our 3rd order of the night, and it's a 4-minute drive. It's only 6:07 right now, so we're doing good. I'll check back in with you when we are delivering, let you know how it goes. We just dropped that order off, and I think that's the 3rd order of the night. Very sweet lady, got to talk with her for a minute, and she asked me a question that I get sometimes, which is if I am tipped through the app, if I receive those tips. And I said, yes, I do. And I told her, you know, I would be able to see how much I made once I close out the order. And so she told me there's a tip. I'm going to close out the order and see how much we got tipped. I think this is a promising one because she was very nice and she talked to me for a little while. So you're gonna see my reaction to my tip the next time you see me. Isn't that exciting? Hey, $5.78. That's good for a 3-minute drive. That's mighty good. So we're just cooking along here. It is only 6:13. Sorry, I had to do the math in my head because my clock is like 4 or 5 minutes fast. So yeah, it's 6:13. We're doing good. I've lost count of our tips, which is always a good sign. You want to lose count throughout the night. You don't want to be able to remember, because that means you ain't making much. But yeah, we are cooking, and I've had some really nice customers tonight. The very first lady I interacted with gave me a $3 tip in store, which is kind of rare for somebody to just hand you cash at the store. That just doesn't happen that much. But I'm happy about this night. Yeah, we're working until 9 and it's only 6:15. We're doing good. It's 6:23. I wasn't in the store, but maybe for what, 10 minutes, something like that. And got another order. This is order 63 of the day. And just to give you an idea, you know, yesterday was Super Bowl Sunday, and around this time we were up in the 250s for orders. So that's what, 4 times the number of orders that we had today. So very high earning, a very high volume day. Probably the most high volume day that we'll have all year was Super Bowl Sunday. I didn't do stellar yesterday just because there were so many drivers scheduled. I think they probably overcompensated just a bit for the game. But anyway, I did fine. It was just kind of like a regular night. But we have the potential today to do better. You know, it's not even 6:30 yet, and we've been doing pretty good. So I'm on the way to an apartment complex near us that I know very well and I deliver to very frequently. So I'll check back in with you when I'm delivering. Thanks for riding along with me. We got our first stiff of the night. Yep, it was on a $30 order, and they stiffed us at that apartment. Bummer. We've been having an okay night thus far, besides that stiff. So I guess it kind of balances out, doesn't it? Headed back to the store with our tail between our legs. I'll check back in with you for the next one. I went ahead and bought tickets for a little Valentine's date this weekend on Saturday. My wife and I are going to see the Captain America Brave New World new movie. So I bought those ahead of time. I, like most people, have definitely experienced some Marvel fatigue and just fatigue around the superhero movies in general. And I'm still definitely feeling that, but I'm still going to watch them. I'm still going to go see Captain America Brave New World. And it was kind of refreshing to see that the new trailer looked like a Tom Clancy novel or something. Like it's very like Hunt for Red October, and you know, it's cool to see Harrison Ford in there. So yeah, I'm willing to give that a shot. My most rewarding experiences with Marvel properties has been when they kind of reinvented themselves, or they toyed around with different genres. I had so much fun watching the Wanda show and seeing what they did with the different eras of TV shows and how they use that aesthetic in the different episodes was just really fun to watch. And I just hope that they carry that kind of experimental, fun playfulness forward in the genre. It needs that kind of reinvigoration pretty much at all times. And when they don't do that, I think that's when the movies start to fatigue us all, and when the shows start to fatigue us all. So I think people are craving that originality and the unique voice of filmmakers, you know, of young up-and-coming filmmakers and of maverick filmmakers who bring their unique voice to the writing and to the filmmaking. So yeah, we'll see. I know it's going to be entertaining, and the Thunderbolts movie looks entertaining. I think I prefer something slow. I prefer drama. I'm not just a big superhero kind of guy. I know I'm in the minority there maybe, but anyway, maybe I'll talk more about that later. I'm back at the store, and there's no drivers here, and there are deliveries waiting for us. I gotta get. Just like that, 0 time in the store, back out on the road. It was great to come back to no drivers there. That's what you always want to see. And there were 3 pizzas up on the, or 3 orders up on the top rack, the delivery rack. So yeah, we are cooking, man. It is 6:40, and yeah, we're just churning tonight. This is awesome. I'm getting close to my delivery, so I'm gonna let you go, and I will check back in with you after delivering. $4.22, good for a 5-minute drive, solid. That is a good, respectable tip. The same apartment complex I think that I delivered to on the previous order. You know, I've often said if every customer would tip us $2, we would have a good night. Because, you know, you do a dozen orders, that's $24 in tips, and that ain't nothing to frown about. With the combined mileage that you drive and with your hourly wage, that is a livable wage, or at least a good part-time income. Something to think about. Something to think about. $2 is not a great tip, but if every customer did it, we'd be fine. Yeah. It's a few minutes until 7. We were not in the store, but for a couple of minutes, we are right back on the road, and I think we're going back to the apartment complex that I've been to twice tonight in the past 2 orders. Or we might be going to one of the houses kind of nearby. I hope it's a house. I haven't looked at the receipt yet. Just saw where Google routed us. So I'll check back in with you when we're delivering. Thanks for riding along with me. This has been fun. $2.50 tip for a 5-minute drive. That ain't bad. I will take that. And again, I've lost track of our tips, which is always a good thing. but I think that we're doing good, and we might be approaching like 30 bucks. We're only 2 hours into our shift. It's like 7:07 right now, so I'm quite happy with that. Headed back to the store, hoping to see no cars there. That's what we want to see. While I'm on my way back to the store, I thought it might be a good time to tell you about one of my ventures this year. I've decided to take a hobby of mine, a 20-year or so hobby since I was in high school, and turn it into something more than a hobby, I guess. Maybe a small business is the best thing to call it. I crochet. I started crocheting when I was in high school, and I don't really do like a lot of clothing items or accessories or things like that. I like what they call amigurumi. Particularly, I like doing small, very detailed figures in acrylic yarn. I don't like the plushy yarn very much that a lot of people sell at like craft markets and stuff, the crochet plushies that little kids like. I've made some of those things, but I don't like working with that yarn. I think those items are really cute, but the yarn kind of bothers me, and it's difficult for me personally to work with. I work with acrylic, and maybe I'll throw some images of my work up on the screen here. But I've decided to do my first artisan market, or like craft fair, and sell my little crochet action figures. And I think I've got a unique take on these little things. I haven't seen anybody doing quite what I'm doing with them. I'm going to be packaging them in custom packaging and selling those at the craft fair. So I'm hoping that there's a market for this. It's kind of a small craft fair, so I don't know what to expect, but my wife is going to go with me and help me, and we're just going to try and put together a very kind of clean, elegant setup with the figures displayed in their packaging, and see if anybody bites on those. I am eventually going to get my Etsy page rolling on that. I think I'm in an extreme minority because I'm almost 40 years old. I'm a straight male, and I crochet. I don't think there are that many of us out there. So I don't know if that works against me or if that's interesting to people. Who knows? But like I said, I think I have a unique product, and I do, pretty detailed work and I think quality work. And I hope that there's somebody out there who appreciates it and wants to support my little small business that I'm getting going. So if that's something interesting to you, maybe I'll post some links if you want to invest in some of those figures, or if you're just interested to see my work and more of that stuff. I'll hopefully put some of that in this video or in the description or something. I'm back at the store. There's one driver here besides me, so maybe there's something waiting on us soon. I'll see you later. Hi again. It is almost 7:30 now, so I was in the store for maybe half an hour or so, and I'm on my next delivery, which is for $26.49. This is a prepaid delivery, and it's now raining outside, so I don't mind getting a little bit wet, but it is it's not like coming down, it's just sprinkling, so we need it for our grass, and it's not making my shift too miserable. We got tipped $5.30 for a 5-minute drive. That was great. Yeah, we're happy with that. And the best part of all is that there was a sweet little puppy who came out, whose name was Bella, and she was just loving all over me, and I soaked it up. She was so sweet. That's one fun part of being a delivery driver, is sometimes you get puppy love. You get to love on some really sweet puppies out there. I think she smelled my corgi on me. I have a little corgi named Fuji. It's 8:10, and I'm back on the road. I was in the store for a while just doing dishes. It is full on raining now. It's really coming down. So I've got this delivery, and it's a fairly high priced order. I think it's in the 30s or 40s. So I'm hoping for a good tip to sweeten the night, even though it's been a pretty good night already. Okay, I'll see you when I'm delivering. That was a very nice man who told me to be careful in the rain because the walkway was slippery. And that was a sweet thing to say. And he also stiffed us. So there's that. That's okay. I think people are mostly doing the best that they can. I'm starting to feel very tired. Between this and my full-time job, it's a lot of hours and not as much sleep as I would like, especially over this weekend. But we're hoping to make up for that tomorrow. And I just got a text from my mommy. So I'm gonna read that. My mommy texted me. It's 8:35. We just got another delivery, and we're only 25 minutes from finishing out our shift. This one is 3 minutes away. It's an unpaid order, so I'll be collecting cash on this one. I'll let you know. We just pulled into the apartment complex. It took me a minute to find the actual building. They're marked clearly, but it's just really dark outside and it's wet. My windows are kind of not very clear right now. But I'm here, and this is a cash order. Guys, I am tired. Between my full-time job and this job, this is a lot of hours, and I am tired. But I'm gonna go ahead and deliver this, and the next time you see me, I'll be reacting to my tip. That order was a cash order for $20.53, and we received, I haven't counted it yet, 10, 20, 25. So we got about a $4.50 tip with that. I will take it. That was only about a 5-minute drive. That's not bad at all. Let's head back to the store. I've been working on dishes for most of the night since I last caught up with you. It's a little after 9, and I'm technically supposed to leave at 9, but I asked if I could do this one last delivery, and I'm going back to one of the same apartment complexes I've gone just over and over again tonight. I got a slice of pepperoni with me, and I drizzled some extra garlic oil on it. This was one of the messed up orders. Any of the messed up pizzas we can have as much as we want, which is not a good thing when you're trying to do keto. I've been off for a couple of weeks now, off of the keto diet like I should be. Up until then, I was following a program called Verta, which is provided through my insurance from my other job. And that program is very good. It's like a team of nurses that encourage you to eat keto and kind of help you with your diet plan and stuff. It's like a diabetes reversal program. And I was doing very well for months and months. And then around Christmas time, I really fell off the wagon, and then kind of got back on in January, and then fell off again. Got to get back on that. That was good. I was a little bit concerned because it was a prepaid order, and I just happened to see the receipt before I left the store, and there was no tip on it, so thought we might get stiffed on that one. But at the door, very nice guy, handed me a $5. Got $5. That was about a 3-minute drive. I'll take it. That's not a bad order to end the night on. I think we did really well. I'm certain that we eclipsed 40 bucks in tips, but beyond that, I'm not sure. So we'll just have to see. Almost back to the store. It was really fun having you ride along with me tonight, and I like talking to the camera. It's a good way to pass the time when I'm on the road. I do kind of miss listening to music and podcasts and stuff like that, but I don't know, this seems better. It'd be nice to put this on my YouTube channel, which has almost zero content on it right now except for some older DoorDash videos. But I need to get these videos edited and uploaded. We'll see if anybody shows interest in watching them. Thanks again for riding along with me, and the next time I see you, I will count my tips and wages and mileage and all that good stuff for you guys. Just clocked out, and I am headed home. I live very close to the store, which is one of the great things about working at this location. It's only about a 2-minute drive home, which is awesome. So let's go through wages for tonight. I did very well tonight. I would consider this a rousing success for a Monday night. So hourly, it's $9.18, and I just clocked out. So that is 4 hours and 18 minutes. There was quite a bit of time in the store, and I get $7.50 per hour in store, and then $4.50 on the road. So I'm going to guess that I was in store for about 2 hours of that 418. So that's, 15 bucks for my in-store time, and then that's around $10 for my on-the-road time. So we're looking at around 25 bucks for my hourly wage. That's just one part of my income. And then I made $41.71 just in credit tips. So that's very good. And I made $18 in cash tips. And then my final source of income is mileage reimbursement. We get 40 cents per mile, and I made $16 in mileage reimbursement. So altogether, I'm doing this math in my head, so I might be way off. I got 25 there, one that's plus 16. I think we're right at a $100 night. Is that right? You can tell me in the comments if I'm a dummy, but I think we're right at 100 bucks, which, that's before tax, of course. So we're looking at probably getting like 90 of that in pocket. Beautiful, beautiful night. Thank you for riding along with me. I'm home now. I had just a great night and made a lot of money. This is a great part-time job. I recommend it if you're looking for a part-time job. I hope this has been informative, helpful, and somewhat entertaining. See you next time.